good, man? I already know what time it is, yo. It's been a minute. Everybody like, yo, Ray, where was you at? Like, da 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 da. Ah, man. I'm here, man. And I'm back at it again, man. This is another segment of Ray's podcast. You know what it is and what it ain't. If you don't like what I gotta say, then join the debate. It's been a minute since we've been talking. I didn't do a little edit podcast. I did one right off the phone, which I went live last time I talked with you guys, and I told y'all that I thought the Rams were gonna win the Super Bowl. Apparently, that didn't happen. Obviously, the Patriots won, and Tom Brady got a sixth ring, so that's there with that. I'm just recapping off that last one because I was wrong on my last prediction, so I had to start off with that. Told you when I'm right, when I'm right. If I'm wrong, gotta tell you when I'm wrong. Always be real, but you know, it's March now. March Madness is here. You know, college basketball been crazy all year. Told y'all that LSU was going to win the SEC regular season, but they got the regular season. They ain't win the whole tournament. You know, obviously Auburn beat Tennessee, which I'm going to get on to that, though. But I'm starting off with NBA, though. Got to talk with NBA, though, because, you know, it's the league, baby. It's the league. Who is the MVP this season? Who is the MVP? I'm sorry that you thought I was firstly going to go right into talking about LeBron. Nah, we ain't doing that here. Nah, just because I'm a LeBron fan, I'm not like any other programmer to be on LeBron all day promoting LeBron. Nah, I want to talk about who's going to be the MVP because obviously Antetokounmpo is wilding this year. Giannis is doing his thing, man. To me, you know, I'm gonna tell everybody stats though, and I'm gonna tell one MVP, a person who was a previous MVP, who nobody not even talking about as well, who should be in his conversation as well, but obviously three other people stand in front of him. But yeah, talk about all that. But Giannis this year, the Milwaukee Bucks are number one in the East and number one in the league, the best record in the NBA. Giannis averaging 27 points, 12 rebounds, and 6 assists. Ballin', boy. Ballin'. Obviously, Malcolm Brogdon just got hurt. He'll be out for a little bit of weeks, 6 to 8 weeks. But, you know, that's going on to right now. But this whole season, I feel like since the season started, he's been on his A game. Has not been no drop-offs, no nothing. The Bucks always been winning. Obviously, the Raptors was number one in the East at one point, but the Bucks was always number 2, 1, going back and forth with the Raptors, going back and forth. And he's been consistent the whole year. Who would have thought the Milwaukee Bucks would be number one in the league, the best record in the league by that. Who would have thought they'd be number one in the East? Yes, we all know LeBron James left. He's no longer in the East, but everybody thought it was going to be the Boston Celtics. We all, not me though, not me, but everybody thought it was going to be the Boston Celtics. They thought the Boston Celtics was going to be the most dominant team. Who can stop them because Gordon Hayward and Kyrie Irving is coming back this season and from what they did last season. But it's not. It's Giannis taking the toll, doing his thing every single night. And to me, for real, I think that should be the MVP. For real, I know James Harden averaged more points than him. I know James Harden. I'm going to get on James, though. I know James is doing his thing. But to me, from day one, since the season has started, from the first game to what's going on now, Giannis been consistent, and the Bucks got the best record in the league, and they're number one in the East. Best record in the league and number one in the East. A big change from last year. Big change. And he's doing his thing. They made some trades. Thon Maker's no longer with the team. Thon Maker's with the Pistons. Still might make the playoffs, so he still get a chance to play. And yeah, the Bucks doing their thing. But the next person that everybody want to talk about, who averaged the most points in the league, who's wilding, who took over when CP3 got hurt, Clint Capella got hurt, Eric Gordon was out for a little period of time. Yo, I'm gonna talk about James though. I mean, I'm gonna hype up James. I wouldn't even be mad if James Harden win MVP just by what he did this season, because there was one point that the Rockets was no way, they were not even top 8. Not even top 8. Chris Paul got hurt. It was a lot of injuries. They got rid of Melo because, you know, Melo wasn't clicking with Mike D'Antoni offense, even though I don't even know why he even went to the Rockets. Anyway, I don't even know why Melo went there, because, you know, it wasn't working with the Knicks. And they got rid of D'Antoni. You know I'm getting a little bit off topic, but I still got to talk about this because some people don't even know this. Even the young kids, they don't even know this. Mike D'Antoni used to be Melo's coach in New York, and it was either him or Melo. Obviously, they got D'Antoni up out of there, and D'Antoni is now relevant with the Rockets, and now Melo decided to come play with D'Antoni offense, even though before it wasn't clicking out before. I don't know why he thought things were going to change. I don't know why he thought things were going to change. But, yeah, so they thought they was going to get Melo this year. That didn't work out for the Rockets in the beginning of the season, so they got rid of him. Melo's blackballed, not even in the league no more right now. Chris Paul got injured. There was a time James Harden was injured for a little bit, getting him knick-knack injuries. Clint Capella got hurt, which is the reason why they signed Kenneth Faried from Jersey. Big-time pickup for them as well. When Chris Paul got hurt, they ended up picking up Austin Rivers. That's another good pickup because I didn't even think Austin Rivers was going to probably be in the league anymore. Not saying that he's not good or anything, but I didn't know if a team was going to take a chance on him. You know, how they doing right now with Melo. Like, Melo should be in the league. Austin Rivers should have been in the league. He still is. The team took a chance on him. Melo should still be in the league, but nobody don't even want to take a chance on him. So that's what I thought what was going to happen for Austin Rivers. I thought that was going to happen, but he came over there doing big things for them. James Harden was on his streak, 30-point games, holding it down. He didn't really care. After they played the Hawks, that's where it ended off. I know this is a minute ago, but still recapping about it, got to talk about it. James Harden is averaging 36 points per game in the league. The last time we saw any numbers like this was when Kobe Bryant was wilding, and Kobe didn't even win MVP that year. That was the year Steve Nash won MVP. That's just because Steve Nash had a better record. And I think Kobe Bryant was 8th seed at the time, or they was trying to fight him for the playoffs, 7, 8 seed, and he was averaging that much points. But then he went crazy, got him into the playoffs or whatever. Kobe is Kobe, but Kobe didn't even win MVP at the time when he doing that. But 36 points per game, 7.5 assists, 7 assists, whatever how you want to do it, plus 0.5, round it up to the nearest, 6.5 rebounds. And the thing that stood out to me is 2.2 steals. Now, steals is really kind of overrated in the NBA because, obviously you just got to be on help side just to get the steals, but whatever. But 2.2 steals, James Harden's playing a little bit of defense this year, so we can't really say that he don't play that much defense. The number 3 in the West, remember I told you there was no in the beginning of the year, there wasn't top 8. Number 3 in the West right now. Possibly trying to get the number 2, but the Nuggets is wilding right now too. Another team. The Warriors only have 1 game on the Nuggets. And then, I already said he took over when CP and Clint Capella got hurt. Like, that's a big statement right there. Held it down, beat the Warriors without them. Hit the and one game winner. All James Harden doing this thing, man. I wouldn't be surprised if James Harden winning. But a person who's in this talk right now, which he deserves it, but I don't think he's going to win MVP. It's Paul George. Best year, by far his best year. 28 points per game, 8 rebounds, 4.1 assists. He averaged 2.2 steals, but he leads the league in steals. OKC is 5th in the West as of right now. Russell Westbrook just got his 16th technical, so he's going to be suspended tonight. He would not be playing. And I told you he lead the league in steals. He might win defensive player of the league, maybe. I know he's going to be all first team in defense for sure. But I don't think he's going to win the MVP, even though he's having a great year and he decided to come back and stay with Russell Westbrook. Paul George has finally figured it out the same way how Kevin Durant, that role type of right there. But I guess Paul George is a better player on the defensive side than how Kevin Durant was in OKC. KD played defense nowadays with the Warriors, but his defense was not as good as how it was in OKC. So Paul George has figured it out, doing this thing with OKC, doing this thing, and they can be a threat down the line in the playoffs. My man James said that he think that OKC can get to the Western Conference Finals and they could possibly beat the Warriors. I don't see it happening, but I can see the Warriors. I can see OKC getting to the Western Conference Finals. I can see it happen. I wouldn't be surprised in the beginning of the year. I would definitely say no, but they do play defense. But this is the main thing with them, though. They did get a Morris. They got one of the twins, but I don't think they have enough bench down the line. That's always been OKC's problem, but hey, what do I know? The playoffs coming around. They doing their thing. OKC rocking it all, but the person I told you in the beginning that nobody's not talking about, I guess just because he was MVP already, and we already know how his stats be, and what he do now, I guess it's just normal. Stephen Curry. Curry been hooping all season, yo. For real. Curry been hooping all year. Like, word two, we've been hooping all year. 28 points per game, 5 assists, 5 rebounds. Number one in the West. Probably don't have the best record in the league, but Curry been doing his thing. And it's Curry. I mean, it's Curry. Like, Curry do what Curry do. Like, Curry, like, that's his thing right there. But who's y'all MVP? Let me know. Comment down there. Talk to me about that, man. I really need to know who y'all think gonna be MVP this year. I got Giannis, you know what I'm saying? And if go on Twitter too, like, for real. Like, go on Twitter at Ray's Podcast. The same thing as the name is right here. I need y'all to go there. I'll be posting tweets. I'll be having votes. Same thing on Instagram at Ray's Podcast. Connect with me. I'm talking to it right there. But who you think is going to be MVP? Comment down below. Let me know right there. I got Giannis. If you got James, Paul George, or Curry, talk to me. Let me know right there. Or you feel like it's somebody else, tell me. Comment down below. But that's right there for the MVP talk. I had to get right there. That's first thing first. Gotta talk about the MVP. It's the MVP, most valuable player in the league. And who is, always having the great stats and always doing his thing every single season. And, even though he did get hurt right now, people feel like he's declining. I still think he's the best player in the league. But just because of all their troubles right now, other people don't think he's the best player in the league. And it's fine, it's their opinion. Paul Pierce is wild and talking about they need to trade him. But, yeah, LeBron James. LeBron is not making the playoffs. Last time LeBron made the playoffs, I don't even think it was Snapchat. I don't even think it was Instagram. I don't even think it was Twitter. For real. Yeah, I don't even think it was Twitter by then. I could be wrong in that, but I know Snapchat won't popping. For a fact, I know it won't. But LeBron James and the Los Angeles Lakers are not making the playoffs. And now I'm not about to talk about LeBron like how I always talk about LeBron. I'm about to really give you the real whole thing about this because, I disagree on certain things that LeBron did this year. For them, and before his birthday, day before his birthday, played against the Warriors and Christmas, he got hurt. They was fourth in the West. They was holding it down. The Lakers was looking like one of the top teams in the league, looking like they could take on the Warriors and possibly beat them in playoff time coming. They was looking real good. They were healthy. LeBron gets hurt, right? LeBron gets hurt. This is where everything started happening. The whole new year happened. The Lakers start losing some games, right? Okay, so then Lonzo gets hurt. That's the starting point guard. That is the vote. You need your PG. You know what I'm saying? Need your PG. Word to LeVar. Everything LeVar been saying sound like it been right, but certain things he be wilding on, but he be right most of the time, though. Got to give credit when credit is due, but, he gets hurt, right? Lonzo gets hurt, right? They start losing more games. Rondo gets hurt, right? Boom. Lance gets hurt, right? Boom. Brandon Ingram gets hurt, right? Boom. Kyle Kuzma, for a little period of time, Kuzma got hurt. Everybody know Kuzmania. That's my boy, man. That's my guy. I rock with Kuz. For real, I like his game. But that's not the discussion right now. And then with the main thing that messed up everything was the rumors coming out trying to trade for Anthony Davis. Now, LeBron can say what he want to say. Like, LeBron can say what he want to say. Like, as in, he didn't have nothing to do with that trade. But come on now. They got the same agent. You was joking around a little bit on All-Star Weekend when y'all was drafting players. You know what I'm saying? I would love to play with Anthony Davis. You had a part in that trade happening. And for the fact that they wanted to trade everybody, Lonzo, Brandon Ingram, Josh Hart, some picks. They got rid of they got rid of the big man, Zubac. He's over there with the Clippers. You know what I'm saying? He about to make the playoffs. Beasley's no longer in the league. They got rid of him. And there was reports talking about that the management wanted Magic Johnson to keep Julius Randle. They wanted to keep Julius Randle. I don't know why they gave Julius Randle, but they thought Mike Beasley was going to come and do something different. I did too. I'm not going to lie. I thought Mike Beasley was going to do his thing with LeBron, but didn't work out that way. And as you can see, Julius Randle is doing his thing right now with the Pelicans. And last year, Julius Randle was the leading scorer with the Lakers as well, with Kyle Kuzma. But I think Julius Randle was number one. But then once he got hurt and started to go down, obviously Kyle Kuzma surpassed him and was the number one leading scorer after Julius Randle got hurt. But, yeah, the Lakers are not making the playoffs due to the media. One thing, the media breaks off. You can say that these guys are young. I can understand that. And I can possibly 50-50 agree with anybody saying that they're young. But they're also professionals. Like LeBron always say, they're professionals. They should already know. But it's the second year in the league. And every night you got ESPN talking about they want to trade 6 players and picks for one person. I mean, come on now, yo. Like even though if it's not true, it got to the point that you start thinking it was true because LeBron, you know what I'm saying, at one point he was entertaining it. He was entertaining it. It could not be true, but that's all it is at the end of the day. Entertainment. This is all entertainment. You know what I'm saying? For me to talk about, I love to talk about this stuff all the time with anybody. People who know me, you know what I'm saying? I got my own podcast. Obviously, I like to talk about this. The people that's actually getting paid for this, you know, ESPN, you know, TMZ, you know, all that stuff. Like all that, it's all entertainment due to stories, rumors. But did we know the actual truth? No. But it got to the point where if you started entertaining BS, it can be the truth. You never know. Mix it in the potion. Anything could be the same thing in the ocean. But I don't know. That's probably why the media is the first thing. Everything should have stayed in house. And if you looked at my previous things, I told you about Odell Beckham with you know, shout out to Odell Beckham, man. He over there with the Cleveland Browns. Hopefully he do his thing. Still G-man up. Still, I like what we did, but not about to get on that. Odell Beckham went to the media, and I think that's what broke up our team with the Giants. And it's the same thing I think right here. That's the number one thing. I think that right there broke it up right there. Yes, injuries did play a part as well, but first thing, nobody didn't trust each other. That right there broke up everything. Kind of broke up with LeBron and his team. You know, that had a little bit of impact with that right there. Now, the second thing was injuries. You know, injuries is the main thing because even if injuries was number one, people they heal. You know, so obviously Lonzo didn't heal because he didn't come back. He's out for the rest of the season. Brandon Ingram's out for the rest of the season. They both shut both of them down. And but things could have changed if they healed. But you know, the first thing is the media broke up with the team. The Anthony Davis thing was the main thing. Hope they get Anthony Davis next year. Good Lord, if they don't, then all this was for no reason. But yeah, you feel me? That's what it is right there. And then the health. Everybody got injured. Now, if you about to joke and say, oh, LeBron couldn't do it in the West and told y'all this ain't the East and all that stuff, because I got certain people telling me that, like, bro, like, relax, yo. Calm down. Like, you know he was fourth in the West. The Lakers was fourth in the West, and they beating the Warriors. There was about to be three seed. Like, they was moving on up before things happened. So don't get it twisted now. Just because LeBron came in the West, that don't mean just the West got harder. Like, no, man, things happen. Injuries happen, media happen, and that's what happened. So that's why the Lakers are not going to make the playoffs this year. But I've been said the Lakers not going to win the championship regardless this year. I've been said that. Next year, yeah, I feel like next year they will win. This year, no. I've been telling y'all that. Don't feel like they going to win the championship. And then they lost to the Knicks. They lost to the Knicks the other day. Lost to the Knicks by 1 point. Bron got blocked. Copy. It's tough, man. Lost to the worst team in the NBA. Yeah, season's over. Side of here, that's it with the Lakers. That's it right there. Hopefully they get Anthony Davis and Klay Thompson. Maybe LeBron told Kawhi Leonard will be in touch. But I don't know anything about that. I don't think that's going to happen. The West seems to be wrapped up, though. You know, seems to be wrapped up. I don't see the Sacramento Kings coming back, getting the Clippers. Shout out to Lou Will, man. Number one in points off the bench. 6-man guard. For real, 6-man guard. It seemed like to be wrapped up. The Spurs finally kicked it up. You know what I'm saying? They're on an 8-game winning streak to play the Warriors tonight. So we're going to see what's going on right there. I'm going to give y'all my predictions on that as well. Utah going to hold it down. They might play Denver the first round. They could beat them. They could beat Denver. I don't trust Denver. I don't trust Denver being number 2 seed. I feel like they're a regular season team. They can lose in the second round. For real. I'm be honest. They can lose in the second round. But as more as the playoff, it's early right now. The playoff, the bracket's not even set yet. So when it gets set up, I'm going to give y'all, you already know I'm coming with it hard. No more. I'm letting y'all know who I think going to win in that. But the West seems to be wrapped up. Lakers not going to make it. Timberwolves not going to make it. Sacramento Kings not going to make it. Sacramento is going to be a great team in the future, though. Great team in the future. We'll say that, though. The East, though, things can change a lot. Now, when I'm talking about the people that's in the playoffs, and I'm talking about the people that's fighting to get in the playoffs, because the Bucks are only up 3 games against the Raptors. You know the Raptors trying to get that number 1 spot. The Raptors trying to get that number 1 spot. Philly's finally a 3 seed. They finally clinched by beating the Bucks the other day. Copy, you know what I'm saying? Anthony Cooper had 52 points, but you ain't got Malcolm Brogdon. I knew that the Philadelphia 76ers was going to beat them because they was healthy. They're on a 4-game winning streak now since Joel Embiid has came back, and the Bucks are not healthy. So that's it right there. But I like what Philly did, though. They're trying to win games because they're trying to avoid The Celtics. They can't beat the Celtics. They can't. They're trying to avoid them, and that's the best thing that they can do, because if the Philadelphia 76ers somehow play the Boston Celtics in the playoffs, taking the Celtics over them. I don't think Philly can beat them in a 7-game series. I don't think they can beat them in the regular season like that, all that. I just think that the Celtics have Philly's number. But Orlando's trying to make the playoffs. The Heat are in the 8th seeds right now. Orlando's 9th. Charlotte is 10th. And Washington is 11th. You know, it's right there. It's all tight. Washington got 30 wins. Charlotte has 31 wins. Orlando has 33 wins, but with 38 losses. And Miami has 33 wins with 36 losses. Now, of course, Brooklyn Nets and the Pistons both had 36, but I think they really cool. They might switch, keep going from maybe from 7 to 6. They might switch on by that, but I think Brooklyn there, but I just think it's from the Heat down. Personally, you know what I'm saying? I wanted the Hornets to make the playoffs. I did, because they right here. I would love to go, you know, watch them play in the playoffs. I'll spend that bread to go watch them play, but I don't think they're going to do it this year. I don't think so, and there's been rumors talking about Kemba Walker might not be coming back, and Dallas Mavericks are trying to get him because they're trying to tie up him, Porzingis, and Luka all together, which would be crazy. It would be crazy over there, but I don't think the Hornets will do it. You know, shout out to my guy, D.T. Graham, man. He over there in the league, having a good year, first year, rookie year, man. Stepping Stone will still get better with that. But I think that he going to get it just because it's Dwayne Wade's last year, last ride. That's what I think. So. I went to the Heat game, though. They played against my Cavs, though. It was a great experience going to the American Airlines. It was litty out there, for real. Bayside right there by the arena. It was lit. Watched them play the Cavs. My man Kevin Love came out there, first 9 points, boom, boom. But obviously, the Heat, they started turning up. I really want to see what Dion could do, but Dion was in foul trouble, so I didn't really get to see him go off like that. But Wade had a smooth little game. Colin Sexton caught a body. Colin Sexton did his thing. It was a nice, smooth game. I think the Heat make the Heat. I think the Heat make the playoffs on that, though. So that's it right there. I'm still sticking with my prediction. You know, I got the Warriors versus the Raptors. Ain't nothing changed. Still a gang. I'm still here, still sticking with it from day one. From day one, I still thinking it's going to happen. Right now, still don't know who can win. Right there, those two teams make it. Just got to see what's going on. Wouldn't be surprised if Boston get in there, though. Because the crazy thing is about what I say about Boston is, you know, I could be far-fetching, but it's the thing to think about. The Dodgers, right, L.A. played a Boston team. Right? Boston team won for baseball, right? LA played a Boston team in football, right? Boston team won, right? Patriots won. Golden State, right around the area in LA. They're right around. You know, Cali, still the same thing. Then come Boston. I don't know. I don't think it's going to happen, but it's a far-fetched on it, though. Predictions for the night, though. I got the Pistons over my Cavs. Even though Blake Griffin is resting tonight, I still got the Pistons to win that game. They still trying to make the playoffs. I got the Jazz over the Wizards tonight. Wizards still trying to make the playoffs, but the Jazz, they trying to do their thing and not even have to worry about being the 8th seed to play the Warriors in the first round because they only up 1 game over the Clippers. The Celtics over the Nuggets. I feel like the Celtics are going to win. They still trying to make their case. Kyrie, you know what I'm saying? Could be going to, the Knicks with KD. But, that's a whole other thing right now. But I feel like they're doing the thing. They're finally figuring out. Raptors over the Knicks. Knicks got the dub yesterday over the Lakers. They all feeling good. But you're going to get smacked today by the Raptors because the Raptors trying to get that #1 seed. OKC over the Heat. Even though Russell Westbrook not going to play, I still feel like we're going to see playoff P, even though it's Paul George all season. I feel like Paul George is going to do his thing right there. Warriors versus Spurs. Warriors on an 8-game winning streak. They going to win in San Antonio tonight. Kevin Durant comes back tonight. They've been saying that the Warriors are a better team without Kevin Durant just because they won these 2 big games without him against the Thunder in Houston. And I think Bogut is going to be coming back. Bogut is going to be playing out as well. Spurs is on fire. I'm going with the Spurs, baby. Don't let me down, baby. I got the Spurs coming back, and I feel like the media and everybody, I feel like I'm going to be coming back talking about the same thing. Well, I ain't going to be talking about that because I'm different, you know what I'm saying? But I feel like I'm going to be saying, oh, since Kevin Durant came back, that's why they lost, blah, blah, blah. Want to keep a lot of flame going on. So I got the Spurs winning that over the Warriors tonight. That's my prediction. I got the Mavs over the Pelicans. Pelicans got Anthony Davis on his minute restriction. That's tough right there. Suns playing the Bulls. I got the Bulls over the Suns because what's my man name? Kelly Oubre is not going to be playing tonight. He's been a big time player over there for the Suns as well since he got traded over there. So I feel like the Bulls going to go in there upset them boys, Zach LaVine. And I got the Blazers over the Pacers. Even though CJ McCollum is hurt with the knee MRI, could be out for a week, day to day. I feel like the Blazers still trying to make the playoffs and trying to stay above and trying to get as close as can because it's still tight in the West. They got 42 wins. The Rockets got 44. You know what I'm saying? They're trying to get up there. And Denver got 46. Golden State got 47. So that's that with NBA right there. I know that's funny to y'all. Transition over to March Madness. Let's go. March Madness is here, baby. From day one.